Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the Funimation dub of episode 79 of Dragonball Super. Picking up where we last left off, we begin this episode shortly after the first match of the Zeno Expo begins, and this is a match between Buu of Universe 7 and Basil of Universe 9. Basil is bragging because of how he kicked Buu around the arena a little earlier, and he didn't break a sweat doing so. Universe 9 Supreme Kai also brags about Basil's accomplishments so far, and he proceeds to describe the three Wolf brothers as the trio of danger, and he refers to Basil the kicker, he says Basil the kicker is the youngest of the three brothers. Basil starts to kick Buu around the arena again, but after Basil finishes kicking Buu around this time, Buu begins to laugh, much to the confusion of the female destroyer, voiced by Miriam Baig, and the amusement of the Omni Kings. Hercule realizes that Buu is goofing around because of his, as in Hercule's earlier comments about treating the match like playtime. Goku and Gohan admit that they're a little concerned about the trio of danger because they can't really get a feel on their respective energy signatures. But Goku is also excited about this because he says that Universe 9's fighters are very different from the opponents that they from Universe 7 usually go up against. And it helps, Goku reiterates that this was part of the reason for why he was hoping the Omni Kings would set up the Tournament of Power in the first place, or why he reminded them about the Tournament of Power. So Goku actually calls out to Basil and tells him that Basil should show his full power if he wants to stand a chance against Buu. The Blue Wolf tells the Universe 9 Supreme Kai that Goku actually has a point about Basil not using his full power right now, and the Blue Wolf also encourages Basil to use his full power. So it looks like Basil focuses all of his energy into his legs. So he's going around kicking Buu around the arena again, but he also uses an attack he calls the Shining Blaster. And this causes some rubble from the arena to scatter about the place, and Hercule ends up getting hit by some of the rubble. Buu, however, is not harmed by the Shining Blaster attack, but Buu soon notices that Hercule is hurt. Hercule tries to assure Buu that he's okay right now, and Buu doesn't need to be concerned. He just hopes that Buu will beat Basil in the match. Afterwards, Hercule loses consciousness. Gohan is quick to let Buu know that Hercule is only unconscious. He's not in a more lethal predicament. He's just unconscious right now. Gohan tries to assure Buu that, but that doesn't stop Buu from still being furious that his best friend was harmed by Basil's attack, even if indirectly. So it looks like Buu is starting to get serious now. So Basil tries to launch a powerful energy blast at Buu, but Buu is able to deflect it. But the energy blast happens to be heading towards one of the spectator seats. More specifically, the spectator seat that includes the Clown Destroyer and the Angel Assistant with pigtails, the individuals that fans refer to as a reference to Joker and Harley Quinn. Those divine beings. They're also the group of divine beings that have a cloaked figure with them. So the Supreme Kai of this spectator seat, who's voiced by Aaron Roberts, talks to the cloaked figure, and he actually refers to the cloaked figure by his name, which is Top. Top, who's voiced by Ray Hurd, lets the Supreme Kai know that he has everything under control. And Top proceeds to actually destroy the energy blast that was sent towards them. Top also makes a comment about how this is disrespectful towards the gods. Champa in particular is surprised by what Top was able to accomplish just now, and he inquires Vados about what she knows about Top, but Vados admits she doesn't know a whole lot about Top. All she knows is Top is in the same spectator seat as the divine beings from Universe 11. So Buu is getting serious, and he starts to fight back against Basil, and he actually manages to throw Basil out of the ring, much to the excitement of the Universe 7 characters. But the Grand Minister is quick to tell the Universe 7 characters that the ring out rule is not in effect for the Zeno Expo, and the match is going to continue until a fighter is unable to continue to fight, or if the Omni Kings are satisfied. So the match isn't over just yet. After returning to the stage and hearing some complaints from Universe 9 Supreme Kai, Basil says that he wants something. So Universe 9 Supreme Kai tosses what looks like a fruit of some kind, but he throws this fruit towards Basil, and Basil proceeds to eat the fruit, which causes Basil to bulk up and power up as well. Beerus accuses the Universe 9 characters of cheating for using outside accessories, for using power-up items, and the Universe 9 Supreme Kai points out that Buu was able to heal himself, but Beerus retorts that Buu's healing ability is one of his natural abilities. This fruit is an outside item, so it shouldn't count. But in the end, the Omni Kings allow the power-up fruit to be used, and the Grand Minister makes a point to say that they will figure out the specific rules of the Tournament of Power itself eventually, but for now, the Zeno Expo, they're not really going to use too many rules. The Zeno Expo isn't really going to have many rules, it's just anything goes approach, essentially. So now that Basil has been powered up, he proceeds to pummel Buu quite a bit, and he launches another attack towards Buu, and Universe 9 Supreme Kai is enjoying the sight of Basil's ruthless attack, but Universe 9's Destroyer thinks that Basil is being needlessly antagonistic or needlessly aggressive, or he's overdoing it, is what Universe 9's Destroyer believes. Buu, however, is still not harmed by the attacks that Basil threw at him, and he launches an attack of his own towards Basil. Now, the Red Wolf is still standing after Buu's attack has hit, but the power-up fruit's effects start to wear off, and Basil eventually collapses Basil collapses to the ground now. So that means Buu of Universe 7 is the winner of the first match of the Zeno Expo. Shin and Beerus actually hug each other in a moment of joy, and Buu is quick to return to the spectator seats of Universe 7 so he can heal Hercule. Hercule regains consciousness and he hugs Buu, saying that Buu did a job well done. So the Grand Minister proceeds to fix the arena with a snap of his fingers, and he tells the fighters from Universe 7 and Universe 9 to prepare the fighters chosen for the second match of the Zeno Expo, because they're going to begin the second match very soon. So, yes, the Divine Beings of Universe 9, or at least the Supreme Kai and the Destroyer anyway, are upset about Basil losing, but the Universe 9 Supreme Kai wants the Yellow Wolf not to make the same mistakes as Basil has made, and he calls the Yellow Wolf Lavender. Now, Lavender is voiced by Chris Guerrero. Yes, Chris Guerrero voices Lavender, and Lavender comments that he should be able to win without any trouble as long as there aren't going to be any rules to hold him back. And the Blue Wolf even encourages his brother to to kill his opponent if he wants to, and Lavender seems to really enjoy this. Back in the Universe 7 spectator seat, we see Hercule has kept good on his promise to give Buu a lot of sweets to eat, and Gohan is the one who volunteers to go up against Lavender. Goku urges his son to be careful and wishes him luck, and Gohan removes his glasses so he can fight. So the Grand Minister the Grand Minister actually tells the Omnikings about the fact that Gohan is Goku's oldest son. And the Omnikings are excited about this. They want to see how powerful the oldest son of Goku is. And so we end the episode just before Gohan and Lavender begin their match. So there you go. This was this episode was dedicated to the first match of the Zeno Expo. And like I've said in the previous recap and thoughts video, or the recap and thoughts video for the previous episode, I did like how Buu actually gets to have a significant fight. I enjoyed that Buu actually got to have a significant fight in this episode, because Buu didn't get to participate in the Tournament of Destroyers back in the Champa Saga, and Buu didn't really get to put up much of a fight against Beerus in the Beerus Saga, and Buu didn't get to participate in defending Earth from Frieza during the Golden Frieza Saga either. So yes, Buu finally got a chance to shine in Dragon Ball Super, and I enjoyed it as a fan of Buu. I've always liked the character of Buu in his various forms. So it was a good fight in my opinion. And Basil was definitely a unique fighter as well. As his title, or his moniker, from the Universe 9 Supreme Kai indicates, Basil is known as Basil the Kicker. And yeah, Basil does kick a lot, and he uses his legs for battle more than he uses his arms. And that was actually pretty unique. It's a pretty unique fighting style. Looking over the Dragon Ball franchise as a whole, there aren't too many other characters that fight dominantly with their legs, so Basil was definitely he was a unique fighter, or he had a unique fighting style, so that was pretty cool. Now, a few other revelations have been made regarding at least one of the other universes. Thanks to Vados, we now know that the universe that features the Clown Destroyer and the Angel Assistant with pigtails, we know that they're the divine beings of Universe 11. So yes, the Clown Destroyer is Universe 11's destroyer. And we do know that we also know the name of the cloaked figure who's from Universe 11. His name is Top. Now, I guess I might as well mention this now, just for the sake of clarifying some potential confusion, because for those who might have watched the sub version, or you might have, or if you read the manga if you prefer, or if you just read about the character beforehand, you might notice that this character has also been called Toppo. Now, I'm going to clarify this. They're both valid names for the character. Top and Toppo are both valid names for this character. They're both valid ways to translate the character's name. Essentially, this is a situation that's kind of similar to other characters from the... this is a similar situation that's happened with other characters in the franchise. So, to give a few examples, Goku's Saiyan name. So, in the dub, Goku's Saiyan name is Kakarot, but some subtitles refer to him as Kakarato. And there's also some other... I mentioned another example from the Zamasu saga, Zamasu himself, actually, because the dub went with Zamasu, and some subtitles use Zamasu as well, but some translations just go with Zamas without the U at the end. And, there were a few other examples, like Hit, and there were a few instances where some translations might have referred to Hit as Hito. So, the Toppo, the name Toppo is a part of the structure of the Japanese language, essentially. That's the best way I can think to describe it. While Top is more, I guess you could say, the English equivalent of that. Or I guess I might as well just mention this now for the sake of clarification, but Top's name is actually a reference to, because that's right, Akira Toriyama has a tendency to give certain related characters theme naming, like the Saiyans are named after vegetables, for example. In Top's case, and other related characters, characters associated with Top in some way, they're going to share this theme naming as well. But essentially, Top's name is actually a reference to pot, the kitchen utensil. It's just that they reversed it. So instead of calling him pot, they call him Top because, yeah, it's just pot backwards. So yeah, Topo is just, Topo is an effect of the structure of the Japanese language, but top is just like the English equivalent. Like, I hope that explained it. It's kind of like with Zamasu and Zamas, where essentially both names are valid. So if you want to call him Topo, that's cool. If you want to call him Top, that's cool too. They're both valid names. And I just thought I'd stress that for the sake of clarification for anyone who might be confused. But yes, Top and Topo are both valid translations for the character's name. And it actually is a good example of something that I've been saying before in the past, but language is not as black and white as some people think it might be, or some people wish it were. But yeah, language does have its shades of gray where there's multiple valid interpretations, like whether it be a name that has multiple spellings that are valid, or maybe a name or words that have multiple pronunciations that are still valid. That's kind of the situation here. So again, if you want to call him Topo still, that's cool. Or if you want to call him Top, that's cool too. They're both right. There is no wrong answer between Top or Topo. So yeah, there you go. Language, another example of the shades of gray of language, essentially, with this character. And yes, you can guess Top definitely is an important character because he's with the Divine Beings of Universe 11. So yeah, we'll learn more about Top in time, but we'll cross that bridge when we eventually get to it. I don't want to give too much else away for this particular character. So otherwise, we did get speaking of the other universes, we did get a better understanding of the personalities for the Supreme Kai and the Destroyer of Universe 9. The Supreme Kai actually acts rather antagonistic, while the Destroyer actually thought that the aggressive violence that Basil was displaying was too much. And that's interesting because, some would find that interesting because they think the roles would be reversed, that the Supreme Kai would think that's overdoing it and the Destroyer would be fine with it, but it was the other way around. Now, yeah, the Universe 9 Supreme Kai is definitely a jerk, make no mistake about that, but let's also remember that Zamasu, both the Goku Black version of Zamasu and the Zamasu from Future Trunks' timeline, did kill all of the Divine Beings in Future Trunks' timeline because they would oppose their plan, Project Zero Mortals. So yeah, you could say Universe 9 Supreme Kai may be a jerk, but he still seems to have some standards based on what Zamasu did to his alternate timeline counterpart. So that's something, and we will get to see a little more of those characters' personalities later on, but for now we do have a better look at their personalities. So next episode, as the ending suggested, we'll focus on the second match of the Zeno Expo. So Gohan's going to get his chance to shine, and we get to see the Yellow Wolf, Lavender, in action as well. So we'll be sure to look forward to that. So otherwise, yeah, there we go for this particular episode. Like I said, I liked seeing Buu have a chance to shine in Dragon Ball Super, and it was cool that we got to see a little more insight about some of the other beings from different universes, whether they be divine beings or mortals in the case of Top. Otherwise, there we go for now. As of this video, we've now discussed the FUNimation dub of episode 79 of Dragon Ball Super on this channel. Take care, and until next time.